The 17th of June 2018, Steve Patterson believes there aren't many teams in world sport who would be able to cope as well as Yorkshire have with losing a raft of international stars. The Vikings have made it through to the semi-finals of the Royal London One-Day Cup, beating Essex at Chelmsford on Thursday without 6 players on either England ODI or India Test match duty. And they will have to do it again for Monday's semi against Hampshire at the Ageas Bowl, although Che Pujara is set to return for the match after India beat Afghanistan inside 2 days in the Bangalore Test. Patterson admits, "It is a frustration that the White Rose have failed to reach a Lord's final since 2002 when they beat Somerset in the Cheltenham and Gloucester Trophy." He was on the club's academy back then and watched from the stands. But he has also pointed to the regular loss of their internationals as a major contributing factor. "It is frustrating," said Yorkshire's new full-time captain. "I think we've been a better team down the years than our results and achievements have shown in one-day cricket. But every year, for as long as I can remember, we have reached the quarter-finals and semis. We are doing a lot of things right. But it's very difficult. You ask any team in any sport around the world what they'd think about losing 6 internationals a few days before a quarter-final. It's a huge ask, but it's testament to the lads and their attitude to go and beat a strong Essex side. We are the strongest county on paper, but when you lose half your team to England, it's a hell of an ask. Look at the England team. Half of them are Yorkshire lads. And then we've got Pujara overplaying in India. Essex lost Ryan Tendoshate, their captain. It was a huge loss. But try doing that 5 or 6 times over. When you listen to people's expectations of why haven't we won a comp, you have to take stuff like that into account. Yes, we might not have won anything for a few years in white ball cricket, but we've provided half the England team and they're number 1 in the world." Patterson admits the loss of Jonny Bairstow, who in fairness hasn't played in the RL50 this summer. Liam Plunkett, Adil Rashid, Joe Root, David Willey and Pujara, who may all be available for the June 30th final, left the dressing room feeling a bit down in the dumps ahead of Essex. But not for long. And there certainly won't be any of that ahead of Monday. "There was a little bit of that because you always want your best players available," he said. "But we can't control it, so we have to crack on. The attitude the lads have shown has been absolutely top drawer. We go to Hampshire full of confidence with nothing to lose, knowing we can beat them. And if we play the cricket we are capable of, we will. They're going to be tough to beat. But they've just come off the back of a big defeat in championship cricket by an innings against Surrey last week. I know it's a different form, but it can sometimes get you a bit down. Whereas we're on the back of 5 wins. It's going to give you the confidence." Hampshire finished top of the South with 5 wins from 8 matches, 2 defeats and a rain-off. They will have South African fast bowler Dale Steyn available as their overseas player. Che Pujara is back in the UK. First 11 coach Andrew Gale has added Che Pujara and Alex Lees to the squad, which claimed a 25-run playoff win over Essex at Chelmsford. Pujara has returned to the UK after India beat Afghanistan inside 2 days in the Bangalore Test and will travel south with the team on Sunday. Joe Root, Jonny Bairstow, Adil Rashid, David Willey and Liam Plunkett are all away on intentional duty with England for the 5-match ODI series against Australia. Steve Patterson will captain the side once again, having been appointed club captain for the remainder of 2018 on Saturday. 15-man squad to face Hampshire. Gary Ballance, Tim Bresnan, Harry Brook, Jack Brooks, Carl Carver, Ben Coate, Matthew Fisher, Tom Kohler, Cadmore, Jack Leaning, Alex Lees, Adam Lith, Stephen Patterson. Copyright Che Pujara, Johnny Tattersall. Week, Jordan Thompson. Yorkshire's Royal London One-Day Cup statistics. Match status 6. Yorkshire last played Hampshire in a list day match 4 years ago, and that was also in the RLC in Southampton, a group match which Yorkshire won. The two counties have previously met in 2 semi-finals. Yorkshire won at Headingley in 1987, but lost in Southampton in 2005. Neither county has scored 300 in any list match involving the two teams. The highest is 264 for 2 by Yorkshire at Southampton in 1995. Hampshire's all-out total of 50 made against Yorkshire at Headingley in 1991 is the second lowest List A score ever recorded by any county against Yorkshire. Milestones. Potential batting milestones in Hampshire v Yorkshire on the 18th of June 2018. J. Weatherly needs 6 runs to reach 500 runs in List A matches. J.M. Vince needs 16 runs to reach 4,000 runs in List A matches. K.J. Abbott needs 30 runs to reach 500 runs in List A matches. A.J. Hod needs 66 runs to reach 1,000 runs in List A matches. T.P. Alsop needs 69 runs to reach 500 runs in List A matches at Southampton. J.M. Vince needs 70 runs to reach 1,500 runs in List A matches at Southampton. J.H.K. Adams needs 85 runs to reach 2,000 runs in List A matches at Southampton. L.D. McManus needs 101 runs to reach 500 runs in List A matches. Hamamla needs 116 runs to reach 9,500 runs in List A matches. C.P. Wood needs 119 runs to reach 500 runs in List A matches. L.A. Dawson needs 139 runs to reach 1,500 runs in List A matches at Southampton. B.J. Taylor needs 145 runs to reach 500 runs in List A matches. Potential bowling milestones in Hampshire v Yorkshire on the 18th of June 2018. La Plunkett needs 5 wickets to reach 250 wickets in List A matches. Azim Rafiq needs 7 wickets to reach 50 wickets in List A matches. L.A. Dawson needs 7 wickets to reach 50 wickets in List A matches at Southampton. C.P. Wood needs 7 wickets to reach 50 wickets in List A matches at Southampton. Competition statistics. Competition standings. The Opposition Specsavers County Championship, Division 1, 2017 performance 5th. Royal London One Day Cup, South Group 2017 performance 6th in Group, Vitality Blast, South Group 2017 performance 3rd in Group, Semi-finals, Captain, James Vince. All formats, Director of Cricket, Giles White. First Team Coach, Craig White. Overseas players, Hashim Amla. First 3 months, Dale Steyn. Brief stints in June and possibly August, September. Other ins and outs, in, Sam Northeast, Kent, out, Michael Carberry, Lakes, Will Smith, Durham, George Bailey, Hampshire. Craig Whitesman finished top of the South with 5 wins from their 8 matches. They had already qualified for the knockouts prior to their final group game against Somerset at the Ageas Bowl on Wednesday, a thriller which they lost, defending a target of 357. Good results elsewhere ensured they secured top spot. It has been a collective effort, with only captain James Vince, 333, topping 300 runs, while leg spinner Mason Crane leads the way with 14 wickets. Hampshire are expected to have South Africa fast bowler Dale Steyn available for the semi-final, as well as the Pink Ball Championship match against Yorkshire at the Ageas Bowl between June 20 to 23. Hampshire's Royal London One Day Cup statistics. Where Kyle Abbott sparkled last season, Kolpak colleague Lee Rossau never quite won over the Hampshire members. A 99 with a broken hand on his home debut and a swashbuckling List A 156 hinted at promise, but a run of ducks along with dual injury setbacks never allowed him to settle. Hampshire's hierarchy stuck with him at number 3, but with Northeast and Vince earmarked for the upper order spots, dropping down to number 5 is likely to be a mutually beneficial move. The South African's brash style is exciting when it comes off, and he'll be desperate to kickstart his career in England, having given up on his international ambitions. With reportedly every Division 1 side queuing up for Sam Northeast this winter, there is the feeling of a coup and something special brewing after Hampshire managed to persuade him to swap Kent for the Ageas Bowl. Fitting in alongside Amla, Vince, Rossau and Shauna Irvine makes him a linchpin in a Galacticos-like order. Big of is whether the former Kent captain can translate big Division 2 runs into the top tier. Much-craved international hopes may finally materialize if he does make the step up. For all the jibes at Kolpakshire, aimed at Hampshire last season, the county used a promising number of local talents. Tom Alsop, Joe Weatherly, Felix Organ, Mason Crane, Calvin Dickinson, Liam Dawson, Jimmy Adams, James Vince and Brad Taylor all came through the system. But Lewis McManus is the prospect worth nurturing the most. Dorset-born McManus has no unnecessary flashiness about his game with either bat or gloves, but mistakes are rare and he will offer grit in an otherwise glamorous team. Since usurping Adam Wheater in 2016, McManus has become popular both in the dressing room and the stands, with the controversial departure of Michael Bates almost clean from the collective memory. Mason Crane, L, and Rhys Topley celebrate victory at the end of the Royal London One-Day Cup match between Sussex and Hampshire at the First Central County Ground on May 19, 2018 in Hove, England. Hampshire will be quietly confident they can end their run of 3 relegation battles since getting promoted to Division 1, having solved their bowling issues last season and put together, on paper, one of the most formidable batting lineups over the winter. If it all comes together, then a title challenge isn't impossible. Last year began with a bang with victory over Yorkshire, but eventually fizzled out with too many draws, stunting an exciting side, with a defeat to Essex having enforced the follow-on a particular low point. There are plenty of players with something to prove to somebody, most notably Vince Crane, North East and Liam Dawson to the England selectors, while stalwarts Jimmy Adams and Sean Irvine may need to fight off the next era. McManus, Alsop, Weatherla, Organ and Taylor are certainly worth keeping an eye on as the future of the county. South African Kyle Abbott was heavily leaned on with his 60 wickets last year. A similar haul this year would be useful. One-day-wise, Hampshire are still a force to be reckoned with, although an improvement in the Royal London One-Day Cup following 2017's stuttering campaign will be targeted. Having a fully fit and firing Rhys Topley, who will only play white ball cricket this season, could be a key asset. The Vitality Blast is an unknown quantity, with the county yet to announce their overseas talents, but you can bet Hampshire will be in the mix once again. Weather Radio Commentary. For radio commentary, click here.